Hi, my name is Jim Andre. I'm the founder of the MindQuest Health and Wellness Foundation, and I'm also a healing practitioner. I've got two patients that I've actually worked with in the past. This here is John Casey, and this is my other buddy here, Peter Susi. And I'd just like to elaborate, have them elaborate what they've been through and what they experienced and what the outcome was. So, what do you want to start with, Peter, or you want to start with John? It's up to you guys.
All right. Hi, I'm John Casey, and I was diagnosed with rectal cancer a year ago, and after basically, I guess in the beginning of my radiation therapy and my chemo, I started doing meditation sessions with Jim. The surgeon had told us that my tumor was 2 inches long and an inch and a half wide, and it would be very good to see if it could shrink down to 1/4 of an inch. That's what they expected, nothing any less. Basically, it was not known for it to shrink any less than 1/4 of an inch through all the surgeries and patients they dealt with in the past. That being said, with meditation, mind you, now Jim was in Massachusetts and I was in Indiana. This is through Ubu.
Basically we did the sessions on the internet,
right,
through Ubu. I being in Massachusetts, him being in Indiana, and we actually did the sessions over the internet.
Yeah, and we used crystals, and I used my sage and burned my healing candles and stuff of that nature, and it was a proven fact that it worked because through the 3 months of doing this, probably three to 4 or 5 times depending a week, anywhere from a half hour to a little over an hour in sessions. When they did the surgery, the tumor had shrunk to the size of a dime, and the surgeon's words were he was totally amazed. He was totally surprised. He's never seen that happen before, and he's been doing this 20-some years, surgery for 20-some years, and he did a lot of rectal cancers and colon cancers, and he's never seen it shrink under 1/4 inch. That's proof to me that the meditation with the crystals worked, whether being in front of each other or 1,000 miles away. It's all how you connect to the positive energy of the universe. That's my belief. I'm a spiritualist. I believe like the Native Americans, and they had proven it way before this that would work. And so that's my testimony on the meditation. It really does work.
And as of now, you are cancer-free.
I'm cancer-free as of now. I'm supposed to be on post-chemo, and so I haven't been on post-chemo. I'm doing alternative, which is herbs and just eating correctly and exercising and basically meditation. And that's my post-chemotherapy. I'm doing good so far. So.
Okay, now we'll move along with Pete. He's got a story to tell you.
My name's Pete, and I have bronchial asthma, bronchitis, asthma, and COPD. And what happened to me was it was getting pretty bad there for a little while, and I had to go to. I couldn't stop coughing. I knew there was something wrong. I thought it might be pretty bad. So I went through like a CAT scan and X-rays and things of that nature, and they found a lump on my lung, and they wanted to send me to Boston to have a piece of my lung removed. So when I went to that appointment, I told my friend Jim here that I didn't want to go and do that, and he said that there was another way. that we could do it somehow like spiritually in a session of meditation. And that's what I ended up deciding on doing, because I didn't want to get my lung removed. I didn't want that piece out of I didn't want to go into the night. So on a rainy day, we were hanging out, and he asked me if I felt like going through the session with him. And he said that he felt strong with the universal energy, and I kind of felt I was really bad. I couldn't stop coughing, and it was really, really tough for me to breathe. So I said, all right, let's go and do this. And it was like not a hands-on healing. He had his hands like about maybe 6 inches away from my chest, and he wanted me to let him know where I felt the heat from his hands without him even laying a hand on me. And I pointed to where it was really hurting, and he just kind of like, I felt him grasping inside my body, and he just ripped it out. I screamed. I felt more pain than I could ever even imagine. I never felt that much pain in my life.
Well, in this case, it was a different procedure, way of going about it. With him, it was more like what would be termed a psychic surgery. In his case, I had to do it. I mean, he was there with me. It wasn't over the internet, and I just got it done like that. And you can continue your story.
It hurt. It hurt pretty bad. I never felt that much pain in my entire life, and I must have, after it all was said and done, and the procedure was over, it was like a surgery without a knife, and I felt every bit of it. And when it was over, I passed out. I don't remember what happened except waking up and I saw him at his computer. I don't even know how long I was out. Who can tell you that?
He was actually up and down. You know, he slept most of the time, get up to go to the bathroom, and grab a bowl of cereal, go back to sleep every now and then for 3 days.
And I don't even remember any of it. And about a week later, I went back for my second opinion, which I told the doctor in Boston that I would do, go for a second opinion. And I had another x-ray, and the doctor there said that there seemed to have been a mass there, but now it's just tissue, scar tissue left, and there is nothing present on my lung any further. I never had to go through radiation or anything like that, knock on wood, and the procedure worked for me in that respect, and that's my testimonial to what Jimmy's able to accomplish with this psychic healing.
The reason for this video is to show everyone that yes, it does work, and it's always another option, which obviously is a much better option than the pharmaceutical and medical industries. So,
key, real briefly, the main key to it is actually believing in the healing itself and connecting to the higher energy of the universe, positive energy. In my belief, in order for it to be successful, you have to connect to the energy, and then you have to believe and let it work. But I'm living proof that it shrunk a tumor that doctors and surgeons said we can get no smaller than a ½ inch, and here it shrunk it down to a dime. Now, is it coincidence? I don't believe so. Not when a surgeon comes to you and tell you he's highly surprised. He's never seen that in all the surgeries he's done with colon cancers and rectal cancers. My oncologist now, she's a spiritualist, and she believes also that if you connect to the higher energy of the universe, positive energy, that your mind's able to, accomplish a lot of healing. And along with a healing practitioner like Jimmy, when you're on the same connection, the same level, it's proved fact, we proved that it's worked.
Belief makes all things possible.
You have to believe 100% in the process that you go through with Jim. If there's any doubt in your mind, it may not work for you. You have to believe 100% in the higher power, your higher, and the energy, your universal energy, and you have to believe 100% that Jimmy can channel it to help you.
The universal energy is the key to all in existence. If it were not for that energy, the universe itself would be non-existent. So as I said, this is just a video to make people aware that there are other options, much better options, and they do in fact work. And just for the record, these two people have experienced what they have experienced. They're not actors or paid actors or anything like that. So just remember, the option is always there. The choice is yours.